Welcome to the video, guys. Today I'm going to run you through another online arbitrage tutorial. I'm going to show you how I source from giveaway service and find profitable products that come right to my door and I ship back into FBA to make me money. Now, it's a lot simpler, believe it or not, than it sounds. I'm going to show you how to source them here today. Now, I've done countless examples of this. I will make sure to add my arbitrage playlist down in the description if you guys want to check out more sourcing tutorials. After this one, it will walk you through countless examples of this and how you can source profitable products yourself. So I'm just going to go through and I'm going to pick, random products that look good to me. I'm going to source through this like it were any other day, like I was on giveaway service, trying to get products to potentially resell back on Amazon. And keep in mind too that you don't just have to resell back on Amazon. That's where I like to resell the majority of my stuff, probably about 90 to 95% of it. However, you can also sell back on eBay, Mercari, and Poshmark as well if you find good things that fit those marketplaces a little bit better. We're going to focus on a majority of Amazon because that's what I like, but just wanted to say that so you can keep it in mind. You can really resell on any marketplace. I just like Amazon the best. So I'm going to go through and pick a couple ones that I like. Right off the bat, let's go with this one. It's $3.24. I'm not sure what the retail price of that will be. We'll check it out. And if you can get like clothing like this really cheap, obviously this is $5.99 with the coupon code. This is $8.50. I wouldn't categorize that as cheap, but sometimes you'll see on a lot of these coupon sites and especially giveaway service, if you find an item that's like 50 cents or $1 and you don't necessarily want to resell clothing back on Amazon, in my opinion, well, you can flip that back on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari to really get a good return on your investment, especially Poshmark, because people are always looking to buy clothes there in new condition. And if you're sourcing for like 50 cents to $1 and you flip it back on, Poshmark for $10 to 20 bucks, well, that's a pretty good margin and it's very easy to do. Also going to go with this right here. I always like the supplements because they're usually good margins. Let's go with this one too. Let's check the doodle mat. Let's check the diffuser. Here's a free one. Let's roll with that. Let's roll with this one. It's also free. And that'll be enough for right now. Let's check the LEDs as well. But keep in mind, when you buy these LEDs, they're great around Christmas time for obvious reasons. A lot of people use lighting during Christmas when they're outside lights like this. So these are solar string lights. But it's just something to keep in mind. I wouldn't necessarily get them now unless the margin is absolutely killer and they look like a great listing because it is only March 8th. Now, before we look at all these products and I go through the examples of how I would source them and the keys here, that to keep in mind on whether a good product, whether they're a bad product, whether they're a borderline product, and when or whether or not you should actually buy them to profit from them by reselling. I do want to let you guys know that there's still 2 coupon codes left that haven't been claimed. So if anyone wants to get in the course half off, I'll pop the coupon code up on the screen right now. It is DEDUCTIT. So that's DEDUCTIT for 50% off of Online Arbitrage Pro, which is always the first link in the description. That's the first time I think note that all the coupon codes haven't been claimed by the next video. So making history here. So 2 still available. First things first, let's jump into the scissors. So the first thing I like to check, as I'm sure if you checked any of my other videos before, is does it have a $10 profit margin? That comes from the fact of, okay, I don't necessarily worry about the shipping, and the reason I don't worry about the shipping is because I ship everything in at once. I've also done a video on why shipping doesn't matter. I'll pop that as a card up in the right-hand corner if you want to check it out, and I'll also make sure to link it in the description below if you want to check that out after the sourcing, the sourcing video, so you understand why it doesn't matter a little bit better. But shipping doesn't matter because you're shipping in a bunch of products at once. Thus, it might be 10 cents per product to ship in, maybe up to 50 cents per product to ship in, and I don't really worry about it too much, hence the $10 margin at least. Furthermore, so if it has at least a $10 margin, you're going to go after that product because, yes, Amazon, for the sticklers out there, has Amazon fees when you ship it into FBA. They have a fee for the sale, they have a fee to do the processing and all that, and they have a fee, obviously, to keep it like in inventory and for shelf space. So those are all things to keep in mind, but that's why I say keep the margin at least $10 roughly. So if you can get, if the retail price is above, if the difference between the retail price and the coupon price that you're buying it at is at least $10 or close to that enough, it's a good product in my opinion, if everything else checks out. So first things first, let's check it out because it did have, where was that? Did I just lose that? No, I did. Wow. All right, so the margin here is borderline. It was $12.99, which is 13 bucks. You're buying it for $3.24, so it's under $10. But that is just a rule of thumb, guys, okay? So it's under $10 by like 20 cents, maybe 23 cents or whatever that is, or maybe 25 cents. So it's $9.75 profit margin. That's pretty close to $10, so we're going to check it out. It's just a rule of thumb. You don't have to follow everything to a T. It's just something to, basically give you rules for success and give you the best chance to source profitable products. It has customer reviews. That's a great sign. I'm also going to have to sign into Jungle Scout because I forgot to do that yet again. I literally always forget to do that, so it's a little bit funny, but Jungle Scout is the Chrome extension up here that will basically show me all the sales velocity and basically determine whether or not it's a good product if everything else checks out. If you guys are looking for Jungle Scout and you don't want to grab the course for whatever reason, you just want to cherry pick, totally fine. There's also an affiliate link for Jungle Scout down in the description below. I think I get like a $20 commission. Now it is a $99 charge for you yearly now. It's an annual charge. It's not, it used to be a one-time payment. Now it's an annual charge. People always say, oh, now they're charging annually. It's still going to pay for itself in the first week. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's huge to get because you don't want to play guessing games with the bestseller rank. But if for whatever reason you don't want to do that, and this is a bad product right here for this reason specifically, I'm going to tell you why in a second. You don't want to play guessing games because 100,000 in a certain category is completely different sales velocity than 100,000 in another category. So don't play guessing games. But if for whatever reason you don't want to get the Chrome extension, maybe you don't have enough funds initially and you're trying to build up to get it, well then the general rule of thumb, and keep in mind it's a rule of thumb, you don't have to follow it exactly, is under 100,000. So if it's 105,000 and it looks like a great product, everything else checks out, you can still grab it. That's just a rule of thumb. So this is clearly not. It's 286,000. So we're not going to waste our time. It's clearly not selling that much. Next thing we're going to focus on. This isn't that great of a margin, but it might be something I would buy if I checked it out. But for the sake of not wasting your time and showing you other better products, I'm not going to go after this because the margin here is only 8 bucks. Even though you're only paying 90 cents to get it. I would definitely buy that at Christmas time because it'll flip like that, like candy, but I'm not going to go after it right now. So this is a keyword, a wireless keyboard, and you can get it for free if you apply. Some of the free ones you have to apply for on giveaway service, and the other ones you just can claim right away with the coupon code. But definitely worth it to apply for all the free ones that you potentially can because it's 100% profit margin, and this will flip whether you're selling this back on Amazon, and we're going to check the listing right now to see if it's a good listing and if we can sell it back on Amazon. If we can, then great. If we can't, then it's still 100% profit margin. You want to claim this product so that you can resell it back on eBay or Mercari for 100% margin. I don't care if you sell it for 20 bucks, if you sell it for 40 bucks, if you sell it for $10 or $5, it's still 100% profit margin, so you should go after it. So let's check to see if we can sell it back on Amazon. It retails for about 24 bucks, a little bit under. It's Amazon Prime. It's got 63 customer reviews. So let's scroll down and check to see if we can sell it. It's a long listing. Now, this is something to keep in mind. You guys are going to get a lot of good gems in this. This is why I like these sourcing tutorials, because it shows you, my mindset going into certain things and different problems and red flags that might arise. Something to keep in mind is you always want to make sure that it's in the parent category and not the subcategory of that parent category. So right here it says computer keyboards and mouse combos. That's the parent category. However, a lot of times you'll see a low bestseller rank. You'll think like, oh my God, 80. Wow, that's crazy. But you won't realize that there's arrows here. It'll be in the subcategory of computer keyboards and mouse combos, in the subcategory of that of like, keyboard things or whatever. I just completely made that up. It's a terrible example. But just keep that in mind. If there's an arrow, it's the subcategory. That's another reason I always recommend Jungle Scout. So just for the sake of showing you that this potentially has good margin and good sales velocity, I'm going to run Jungle Scout. And of course, this is not going to pick up the numbers. Every once in a while, Jungle Scout does not have the numbers. Also a bad example, but it's 80,000. It's clearly got 63 customer reviews, and it's selling well. For whatever reason, Jungle Scout's just not picking it up because, most likely because it has variations. So let's try this one, see if it picks it up. Still no sales velocity. Strange, but I would go ahead and grab it. It's obviously a 100% margin. Let's see if we can actually resell it back on Amazon or if it would be an eBay or Mercari resale product. So we're going to take the ASIN all the way from the bottom of the listing. For those of you that are just cherry picking, we're going to paste it into add product on Seller Central. We are not adding the product right now. We're not reselling it right now. We don't have it, but we have to see if we can sell it to see if it's a good product 99.9% of the time. This is free, so it doesn't matter for this one because we can always sell it on eBay or Mercari, but 90 to 95% of the products I like to resell back on Amazon and hop on the listing. So that's what we like to do. Add the product, see if we can sell it before we buy it. New and used conditions so we can sell this. So this is a great product because you're getting it for free. You can list it back on that listing for $23 profit margin or whatever that was. Phenomenal product. You should grab that. So let's do the other free one. So this is a $30 retail price. Let's check it out. There's a lot of things to keep in mind here. Can we resell it back on Amazon? Is it a good listing? If not, can we resell it back on eBay or Mercari or anything like that? Obviously, because it's a $100 margin. Now, this is a red flag most of the time, but it is another rule of thumb. It doesn't mean that you have to follow this to a T. It's just an indicator of a potential listing complication and a red flag. There's no reviews, so that is a little bit sketchy. And whenever you see something under 20 quantity left, it'll show red over here, so 19 left in stock. Also a little bit of a red flag, but not always. So let's see the sales velocity, see what it's working with. And clearly it's 330,000 in sports and outdoors. So if I were going to get this, I would probably resell this back on eBay or Mercari, and I can't sell it back on eBay because I'm suspended from eBay because they think that I'm a drop shipper when I'm not. That's a funny video. If you guys want to check that out, I'll drop that up in the right-hand corner as a card as well, and I'll also link that with the videos down in the description below. So I would buy this and I'd resell it back on Mercari for a $100 margin. You probably can relist this back on Amazon. Let's check. But the sales are not there clearly if it's 330,000 or 331,000 roughly in sports and outdoors. So we check the Jungle Scout extension. It'll tell you it's selling under 5 sales a month, under 5 sales a day clearly. Not a great product to resell back on Amazon. But if it were, let's pretend it had good numbers. Let's see if we can actually resell this. So listing limitations apply, click it down, and you can resell this clearly right here. If you have one, you click sell. So that's where that comes from. I would get this. It's a $100 margin. I think it retailed at like 60 bucks. So maybe flip it back on eBay or Mercari for, even 30 bucks, $30 in your pocket for free. Great deal. Let's move on. This margin looks like it's a little bit above 10 bucks, like 10.60 or whatever. As you see right here, you're selling it back. It retails for $13.99. You're buying it for $3.39. Let's check the listing out. This looks like a great listing. It's an Amazon's choice. It's got a lot of reviews, clearly. It retails for that price. Always check to see the retail price is what they listed it at. We're going to come down and see what it's ranked at. It's ranked 1,000 or 1,700 in home and kitchen. Running the Jungle Scout extension just to show you. It has about 117 daily sales, 4,400 roughly monthly sales, and it's making about $60,000 a month. A phenomenal product. You'll probably sell this. If you can resell it back on Amazon, it'll probably flip like that. So let's check to see if we can sell it. We take the ASIN, right? We pop it in to add product, and we see if we're allowed to sell it. And you can sell it. So that is also a great product. That's like 3 or 4 great products now. We're going to do three more here really fast just to show you examples of other products. Remember, guys, if you guys want to hop in the course too, there's still 2 more. I don't know if they're available now because I'm recording this on the 8th, and I'll probably launch this, I think, on the 9th or the 10th. But at the time of filming this video, I think people forgot about it because I popped the video out right afterward. There's still 2 coupon claim codes for the course. Remember, I'll pop that up on the screen. It is DEDUCTIT. Use the coupon code DEDUCTIT for 50% off online arbitrage. First link in the description. Here's another example of a great product you can find. So this retails for about 21 bucks. You're buying it for $5.24, hence about a $15.50 roughly, or $15.70 or whatever that is, profit margin potentially. Let's see if it's a good product and we can resell it back on Amazon. So it's got 9 reviews. It's Amazon Prime. It looks like a solid listing. Let's check it out. So if we check out the bestseller rank here, and this is a strange one because it's actually ranked in 3 categories. So this is another perfect example of why you want the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. So if you see, this is almost 300,000 roughly, 280,000 roughly in toys and games. But it's also ranked 1,400 or 1,500 in toddler art and creative toys. Also ranked 1,400 roughly, or 14,000, sorry, in arts and craft supplies. So that might have you playing guessing games like, should I buy this? Is this worth it? So let's check the extension and see the numbers. And that will tell you right here that clearly the #1 category this is ranked for is toys and games. So it sells about 30 a month, which is a little bit borderline, but I always say when you have the extension, roughly 30 a month is the good rule of thumb, because that means one a day. The whole idea is, yes, we want to get it for the margin, but we want to sell it as fast as possible. We don't just want to sell it for the money. We want to make that money as quick as possible. So 30 monthly sales, that's at least one a day, so it's probably a pretty solid product. Let's check to see if we can sell it, because none of this matters if we can't sell it, right? So add it to add products, see if we can sell it. And we can sell it. So that's another great product. I haven't been calculating the profit margin, but just in this 20 minutes or whatever it's been, you know, while I'm slowly explaining this and showing this to you guys, it's probably been at least 100 or two, maybe like 150. I haven't been counting. Probably closer to 100. It might be a little bit aggressive. You know, profit margin here. So I think I'm going to end the video. I'm not going to keep going, but you get the picture. Here's another potential margin of at least 10 bucks. You know, we checked this out as well. Probably the same with the other one. And you can source from all these sites. There's about 30 of these in the course that I go over. There's also liquidation pallet sites. There's also bulk deal sites. But there's about 30 coupon code sites, just like giveaway service. A lot of them, in my opinion, are even better than giveaway service. Some of them are a little bit worse. But giveaway service is a phenomenal resource to buy online arbitrage products, flip them online for a profit. And the best part about it is they come right to your door, and then you can send them back into Amazon, who will do all the work for you. All you have to do is manage the listings in Seller Central and then collect the money after that. So I'm going to end the video here. I hope you guys like this. Make sure to give it a like if you appreciate the tutorial and the breakdown. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and it on average pays me about anywhere from about 5 to 8 grand now. Back when I was fully scaled up and focusing on this full time and not really creating content like I am now, I was making closer to 10 grand every single month. But right now it's about 5 to 8, but it's not fully scaled up. You can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. So I hope you take action on it, and I'll see you in the next one.